This episode was brought to you by our generous patrons. Want to vote on the next game we play? Consider becoming a patron. And we are back.
Yeah.
So the story, I'm going to try and do it while I'm learning this boss battle, this mic and photography thing. Yeah, I was TAing for his photography class back in high school. He was the second or third mic in that class. Mm-hmm. But different last name letters. So it was Mike something. Son of a... Are you kidding me?
Well... I mean, this is going to take a while then.
Yeah, it is.
So I can continue on that, because I've had something similar where it's like, she had 3 mics. I had 4 Jose's in one class. I'm not even kidding.
In grade school with 32 kids, I was one of 5 Chris's.
Yeah, and that wasn't even my only Jose's.
What is that, like a 20% Chris ratio?
Yeah. I had 4 Jose's in one classes, but I had a total of 12 Jose's across all my classes. Mm-hmm. It was ridiculous. I'm like... All right, I'm going to have to think of nicknames for you guys. We're going to powwow this. We're going to figure it out. But I can't just say Jose because you're all sitting next to each other. Well, then again, I was like, well, maybe I do just have all you sit next to each other. If I say Jose, they'll be like, which one?
Josie, Jose, Hosey, Hoseby.
Jose, what's new? Pussycat.
Jose.
But yeah, Mike was a 3 mics.
Mike was one of the 2 or 3 mics in the photography, and the teacher misattributed all of our mic's work to the Mike who never showed up after the first day.
Yeah, as a teacher, I can actually understand that to a degree.
So she knew Mike was my friend.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, hey, can you talk to your buddy about why he hasn't turned in any of his work? I'm like, he's turned in his work.
I've seen it
and
all.
I was like, I've gone out in TA sessions with him to help him and give him like extracurricular stuff specifically for the camera stuff. Like, what do you mean he didn't turn in his work?
He's just like...
And then I came to Mike and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I'm a TA. I'm supposed to be helping you. Now she thinks I'm digging off. Like, what's your problem? He's, dude, I turned it all in. And I was like, yeah, you did, right? Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh, you almost had him too.
And he's like, no, I turned it in. I'll show you the fucking negatives.
Yeah.
And he showed me the negatives. I was like, yeah, but you turned them in, right? We went in the black room together, or the dark room together to like figure this out. We did it. Like, you turned it in. And he goes, yeah, hold on. Pulls up a bunch of the proofs. We go and sit down with the teacher, and the teacher's like, no, this was work from this kid. And I'm like, no.
I literally saw
This is Mike, my buddy. And she was like, well, then who the fuck is Mike this? I think it was like Mike P or something like that. And I was like, I don't fucking know. She had gave every grade to that Mike and not ours.
In old school grade books too, back when we were in high school.
Oh, and it was paper. Yeah.
It was all paper.
Just like, yeah.
So I feel for the teacher. I've done mistakes like that before, but not to that degree.
What the fuck?
This is close.
Yeah, this is hard, dude.
Oh, man.
They really want you to have... Oh, my God! No, fuck you.
Hey!
That's a full 400, right? Jesus Christ, he just straight up dies?
But I'll at least tell people, like, oh, that's the
wow,
end.
that was the fucking end of the game.
I'll at least tell students my bad and apologize to them.
Oh, yeah, she was just like, oops. I'm like, oops, that was this whole fucking thing.
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
How come when you got shot, Spyro, you didn't turn into a... Wow, that was rude. Turn into a gem? Dragon?
Now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom.
Did he just poop out that?
Mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
Ah, I see.
What will you do next?
I'm going to Disneyland. Going to Disneyland.
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Sky. Land. Skylanders, maybe? Let's see if there's any extra levels before.
We're going back in to see if something else opens up. I mean, we're not going for full completion.
No, we're not going for full completion, but if there's other levels we haven't played, Ooh.
Dude, the concept art, I love. This is all Cole, or
It's not just him. It's all the
Okay.
artists in there. Cole is one of the artists, but he's not the only artist. I think I follow this person on Twitter as well, but I'm not sure who it is.
so much style to it too.
Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, the style in this games have been awesome. They should pop up in here under concept artists. I think there's only a handful. I want to say like
Character concept artist.
Well, there's
one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and pronounce that. I'm sorry.
Being character modeler.
Good job,
Character
friend.
modelers. Andy Salvo.
That's cool though. I kind of figured
There's
they'd
more
be
than just
cycling
that,
through
though.
the concept.
I know
though.
that was Toys for Bob, so maybe that's the Toys for Bob staff, and then they'll have like other
character
artists they
concept
hired.
artists for the
Yeah, because like
because that was the Toys for Bob section.
right. Like there's all those environment artists and stuff of that nature, and different titles mean different things, all this kind of stuff. And sometimes half the time you'll be hired as a concept artist just for the one job, and then it's like freelance position.
go to a different position, and then they credit you for one, but not okay.
Half the time freelancers get hired on for stuff.
I just noticed that his tail is one of the
Like a spork?
grabbing fork thingies that
That's
you
neat.
cut meat with and everything. That's fun. Wow, a lot of little.
Yeah, they got really inventive with
Why's he
this
got
stuff.
ketchup in his stuff though? You don't put ketchup on fucking meat. The fuck? Unless it's chicken, maybe.
That style actually really reminds me of what's it called? Creature Box.
I don't know what
They're
that
the
is.
same people that worked on Ratchet and Clank and were with Insomniac for years. I wonder if they hired them for that illustration, because it looks just like their work.
Huh.
Creature Box is 2 illustrators. Sanzaro worked on this.
I don't know who that is.
Sanzaro worked on Sly Cooper 4. So they were the studio that we worked with. We did the cutscenes for them.
For the
and
Ghostbot?
They worked for... Ghostbot did the cutscenes that I worked at. And they did... Sanzaro did the actual game of...
You've killed me.
What was it?
Good.
For Thieves in Time.
That's cool though.
Yeah. I was like, oh, hey. I'm glad to see Sanzaro is still getting work. They were really fun to work with when I was at Ghostbot.
Huh.
I haven't seen their names in there, but I mean, obviously a concept art team, there's multiple people throughout it. I wonder if some of these are guest illustrators, but when you do concept work, you'll have like your lead concept artist, but you also hire out other concept artists to figure out what the style of the game you're going for, and they'll all work towards
I get you.
illustrating
So
that.
you take other styles as well, and then you kind of maybe
it
not
down.
homogenize, but you hone it down to a soul or a singular
You hone it
concept,
down
and then within
to-
what you were able to model 3D wise, that's kind of what you're going for.
Exactly. Like you're gonna try and figure out what you want to do overall. Like you'll have like a style goal or like a style kind of like Bible you set in place, set by like the lead concept artist. You'll try and hire artists of that similar vein that have that same kind of theory and bring them on board.
Okay.
Just like if you were making Castlevania, the Castlevania show, you're not gonna hire someone that does really like super cartoony SpongeBob stuff to work on Castlevania.
Does make sense. Yeah.
You're gonna hire someone that's been probably doing more Batman and Justice League kind of
Art
stuff.
support, concept artist for Vicarious.
Okay.
There's a lot more of them
So
in there.
Nicholas
okay,
Cole
yeah.
is there.
So that was definitely Toys for Bob earlier. This
yeah.
one is
Vicarious Visions hired
larger
Nicholas and
group.
obviously all those other great artists too. I think Niccolo was one of the ones I saw earlier before, but yeah, it's not just one guy.
So
But
Spyrocles under his
yeah,
bust.
Spyrocles. Like there's multiple concept artists, but also under the concept artist banner, who knows what you're designing though? Like, are you designing environments? Are you designing the characters?
Yeah.
Like,
are you
what
doing
you're-
environmentals? Are you doing the little animals
Right.
around? Are you doing dragons? Are you doing? Yeah.
Everyone gets assigned different tasks, and based on your art style and your seniority, you're gonna get different jobs.
Some of them might have been concepts that just never made it in either.
Oh
So,
yeah, that's part of being concept artist. Half the time you're gonna do stuff that just never even makes it in.
I don't think he's gonna appreciate. Is that a fucking pentagon?
I think it's just a star, but it kind of does.
But
look
it's
like
dripping
one.
down, meaning that it's oriented in a way.
Yeah, maybe. Reminds me of the time I
Goddamn
drew a polar bear on
dragons.
a drunk guy. That was fun.
I've only drawn on a drunk friend one time.
I think that was the same time that I did it too.
Oh, was that the time?
Yeah, it was
back at the small house.
Yeah, back
The
at the
small town house?
Yeah.
Yep,
He was
no, that
passed
was
out.
it.
Everyone did it.
Oh, he
just
was blacked out. And we drew it, and he got mad the next morning. He's like, I had to see my mom. And we're like, you didn't go to work. You didn't do anything else. We knew you had the next day off.
Oh, I know that guy. Ghostbot. Hey.
Wait, who?
Some of my old work buddies. Ghostbot literally worked on this. Roke. Hey, Sean Galloway worked on this too.
Holy shit.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I didn't know that they took part in this.
Is that one of the sheep and then a burning sheep? Why are they so mean to sheep?
But yeah,
These dragons kind of seem like assholes.
Two of the people that I used to work for.
That's
really
tight.
good people.
That's cool, man. A lot of Ghostbot work, huh? Kind of just went through and continued
I wonder what
to
they
other
did
stuff.
on this. They probably brought them in just to do some concept art since they worked on Sly Cooper.
Might be, yeah. Might have been like a smaller scope.
Yeah,
you know,
I
it's
wonder
kind
what
of like,
they did
hey,
for this game. Maybe I'll have
create
to
some
message one of
inspiration.
them and be like, hey, what'd you guys end up doing on Spyro Reignited?
Mm-hmm. Hit them up.
Yeah.
The dragon's just like, what are you doing here? I'm reading. I don't think so.
Because like this is a lot of studios.
Well, I think what they're doing too is probably the original Toys for Bob credits with,
yeah,
you know, maybe like paying homage to the original plus doing all the remake people.
Mercenary,
I would imagine.
Technology. Yeah, I would love a breakdown because this is a lot more studios than have been credited.
Oh yeah.
In my mind for the stuff.
Well, generally for the remakes, there's like the main studio and then maybe one or two other studios that had the prime workforce, right?
Because we've seen like 12 different studios.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Over the 3 games, I'm really curious now.
Animation director. Holy shit, yeah, because there's so much stuff.
Because Ghostbot typically does 2D animation, and that's it. They'll occasionally do outsourcing for concept work, but not that often. So I'm curious.
I like his like Dragon Chino that he's got for being a star. The other one's kind of like the Brewster taking the order and everything. That's awesome.
It's good stuff. I love that's like a little unicorn on there too.
It's got so much like personality to it too.
I like that
if you
they're trying to
never
put
saw
gauges.
anything, you would totally. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that.
It's supposed
yeah,
to be
it totally
gauge on
does
his
look
horn.
like that. Yeah, with the mustache and everything too. That's fucking funny. It has
good
so much
stuff.
personality. The full arm sleeve tattoos, or dude. Good job on this stuff. All of you who worked on it. I was gonna say Toys for Bob
imagine
and
this
Vicarious
is-
Visions, but literally everyone.
There's literally like, there's so many studios. Vicarious Visions got the brunt of it, but like Toys for Bob worked on it. I'd love to know the breakdown because I only ever heard about Vicarious Visions. And well, Toys for Bob, I guess Vicarious Visions did this Crash Bandicoot remake, and then Toys for Bob did this one. Special thanks, obviously, to Insomniac, the first people.
Oh, this is gonna be a long one.
And obviously, it was over 3 games, so I can understand a lot of outsourcing.
Oh, maybe not. Based off of the alphabet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not. I didn't expect it to fucking end that early. I mean, it didn't. It wasn't
It's not
early,
ending.
but
we still have 2 more games, but yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't expect it to. Wow, so there was really like the end game thing, like they were saying in the cutscene, where it was just like, oh yeah, what are you gonna do now? I was like, I still have some more gems to grab, you know. I'm gonna skip it from here or try to skip
there's no
it
more
from
concept
here.
art, so
yeah,
that was the
sorry
thing to
for
look
everybody
at.
else who was in the credits at that point. Apologies.
And the adventure continues, though. We got to go get gems and stuff.
Oh, wait, is this?
Oh,
Is
free.
this hanging out in the middle? Madness from the beginning. I feel like we
Gnasty's ancient
already
history
got
now.
Magnus before.
So what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure.
Maybe not. I don't recognize
The
that.
gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom.
Oh, okay,
Come
no.
back when you have reached.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
Sorry, Magnus.
Well,
All dragons found. Well, we got 70, but that's every gem and every challenge and every.
yeah,
no,
which
I'm
means
not
we've
doing that.
done everything. So I guess this is the end of this run then for now.
Yeah.
But we'll be
Okay,
back.
I thought it was 2. Yeah, it's just it's just
Just the
literally
one.
1. Okay, well, if you guys want to hear us play or watch us play
Spyro
2, maybe
let us know.
call out into the comments. Maybe persuade some of the Couchling patrons or become one yourself. I don't know.
Even honestly, even dollar patrons help us out a ton.
Everything does.
Every little bit helps us so
Yeah.
much. We're so grateful for all of you that watched the video.
Thank you
yeah,
guys
like we said,
so much. Thank you,
let us
patrons.
know in the comments.
Choosing this was a fucking good ROM.
yeah, it was a
This
lot of
was
fun, and we'd love to come back. So keep watching Spyro. Let us know.
Much like with BioShock.
Yeah.
Wait, what the hell? There's a wall there. It's the ground. Much like both Bioshock and Jak and Daxter and like Crash Bandicoot. These are all games that we didn't play as kids for the most part. You played, you know, Bioshock, but what you're going to get is going to be pretty much blind runs for a lot of these, minus Bioshock.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking exciting. I'd love to see what you guys vote for next, patrons. And I want to hear what you guys say in the comments. We'll see you later. Thanks for voting on this. Beep, bop, boo.
Potentially to be continued next time.
Is Spyro less of a dick in the second one, maybe?
Maybe.
The dragons are all kind of mean.
Maybe that's what the... Maybe, I don't know. I thought you were talking about his actual one. I was like, well, maybe that's what the corkscrews are for.
Oh, Spyro's dick?
Yeah. It's like, maybe it's...
Do we see Spyro's dick in the second one?
If you have the not safe for work mods on.